afternoon, and welcome to the Three Sisters Knit podcast. I am Sheila, and you can find me on Ravelry as She62.
And I'm Margaret, and you can find me on Ravelry as Magpie60.
This is episode 77, which happens to also be our 4-year podiversary. We've been doing this for 4 years. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So
now, I think the only times that we normally do this every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But the past year or so, the only times we haven't is when you've been in Florida.
Usually when I've been in Florida.
But this year, because of COVID and staying home, we haven't been as consistent. But
no, definitely not.
We're back together today, so we're slowly starting to expand our bubbles.
Yes, everything is slowly opening up. And we're in Ontario. We're east of Toronto. And we tomorrow is actually Canada Day.
Yes.
So
that's very exciting as
Yes,
well.
it is.
But it'll be different. It's Canada Day is similar.
That's your 4th of July.
It's like your 4th of July.
It's our 4th of July, but it's July 1st. It's Canada's birthday.
Canada's birthday. So we are going to be talking about knitting and what we've accomplished so far in the last little while.
Yep.
Maybe some plans of what we want to do.
Yes.
So, but I want to start off immediately because I'm sweltering
right now. She's very
but
warm.
I finished. I've washed it. I haven't sewn in the woven in the ends, so I've got lots
that's
of these.
all she has to do.
But I have finished my Bloom Where You Are Planted sweater that I designed the pattern through the yoke. And I used this is my quarantine sweater.
Yeah.
So this is, I only used yarns that I had in my stash. So that's what this is. So I made a crop, kind of based, I'm going to show off. So I kind of based it on the Soldotna because I loved that one. So I've made it actually a little bit longer because I had a lot of the yarn, the gray. I had a lot of the gray. But I did a couple of things a bit different. So this is the pattern. It's flowers, mauve flowers here. These flowers, the darker purple, it's supposed to be lotus flowers, but it's really hard to find a lotus. I looked online for things that would look quite graphic and would translate to knitting. And this is the best I could come up with. It's sort of a lotus on its side. And then I've used some variegated green blue as the kind of stems down here, so it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
But then throughout the body, I have just simply random. You can see the green and blue. And then you can also see I started randomly adding in some purple here and there, and I did that all the way around.
Yes.
Now the other thing that I did, there are two things that I did different from Soldotna, and one is I decided to use a garter stitch at the neckline.
Yes.
So that meant knit one round, purl one round. So I did that, the knit round, purl round just twice. So it's just 4 rows to give it that, and it's just perfect. I love this.
Yes.
And then the other thing I did, and I've never done this on a sweater, so I was kind of making it up, is I decided I would do a
short row to lengthen the back a little bit. And you can see that there's that much more added stockinette stitch along here above the ribbing compared to the front.
And the other thing I did that was really cool is I found this Japanese short row way of doing it, and I've done the German, the wrap and turn. Yeah. And I thought, well, I'll try this Japanese one, and I really like the way that turned out. I think it is almost invisible as far as I can tell. So anyway, this is my Bloom Where You Are Planted, which I think is a really good name because I wanted it to be flowers, and also because you're kind of creating something in a weird situation where you are literally planted at home, not able to get out. So anyway, I'm really thrilled with how it turned out.
It looks excellent.
I'm so happy.
I really like how it looks.
I'm really proud of myself on this one.
Yeah.
Really proud of myself.
So nice.
So like I said, I have to still weave in the ends, but I washed it last night, blocked it, and it's dried because it's so warm here.
Yeah.
And so I'm really happy with how it's turned out.
Yeah,
so
wonderful.
It's such a cute little sweater.
She's just so glad to have it done.
I'm happy it's done because I have another one on the go and then another one I want to get started on. So, yeah,
Wow.
And then I've started doing my paying my freelance editing work. Sorry, I have to take this off because I'm just sweltering right now.
Yes.
So
it's very warm.
It's very warm.
We're up in the knitting room
Yeah.
because my brother-in-law's on the deck, and my neighbor also just happens to be mowing the lawn and whippersnipping, and it's like, it's a little quieter up here than it is down there.
Anyway,
So,
yay, I'm
yay.
done.
So that's her FO.
Yes.
FO.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do kind of a close-up show off here of my short rows. And I'm really happy with how that Japanese short row turned out. Like, to me, you can't really see where the short rows are.
No, you can't.
You can't.
You can't.
I am just so happy with that.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
But, you know, on the inside, I still have to
sew them all
in. So
always the way.
Yeah. The thing is, like, when I knit with yarns like this, I tend to kind of go over-under before the yarn is needed. I do a lot of that over-under, carrying it.
Yes.
And then when it ends and I snip it really long, I do the over-under.
Yes.
So I feel like it's anchored in there well.
Yes.
So I'm never that concerned with weaving
it's just
ends.
a matter of, like, just weave it in a little bit more and then
more and then cut it. So, yeah.
Anyway. Weave it back the other way. That way it's got that sort of a U-turn. It makes it harder to pull out.
So because I did some of the random stitches, I have a few in the front as well.
Yeah. But that looks great.
But I'm really happy with it. Yep. Really happy with it.
Looks amazing, Margaret. Looks amazing.
So,
yeah. Yay! So, yay! So she's been writing it out.
Yeah.
To
a little bit.
So that she can track it and see how that goes.
Yeah. So
yay! But yay!
That's my big
yes
contribution today.
I have a few. I've been working on a lot of little things. I think I only had one. These are my husband's socks. I think I showed you that I started them last time. Yeah, you started them last time. But now they're finished. He's not going to wear them right now, so I can show them as much as I want. And I have, as I showed before, I did that. That's 3 rows, and these were toe up. So the last 3 rows I just left, and I just went back and forth in the ribbing, because it makes it easier. Even I find no matter how stretchy a bind off or a cast on, I find that sometimes it doesn't feel enough. Yeah. So I learned this from Erin Blinger's string. She does that. I don't know where she got that from, but she does that for her socks. And it works out well.
Comfortable. So
it does.
For us, we have a high instep, high arch.
Very high.
And I know for some people, even like their calves, you know, if you work out a lot or you walk a lot, you're going to have bigger calves. Yeah. So I think it just makes it a lot more comfortable.
Yes.
For no matter what.
And I've started doing that on the socks that I've made our dad. Yep. Because he's almost 88, so you know, like, he's got a little bit of swelling and circulation
problems.
So it just makes it so much comfortable for him, because he finds even the diabetic socks with the amount of even though it's a loose elastic in them, he still finds that at the end of the day he still has a line where the sock is. So and he doesn't like that. It bothers him, even though it's not tight at all. But it's tight enough just to leave a mark. Yeah. Because of the edema. Anyways, so that was that. I've also been working on a bunch of face cloths, and I have those finished. Like, this was the one I showed them last time. I have 2. I said, oh yeah, I didn't. So I did a dark green one. That one was done ages ago. And then I have a smaller one in a lime green. This pattern is called the Copycat Dishcloth. But I think it's cute for a face cloth, just because of the way, like, you've got a few rows at the top and the bottom. Like, you just do garter stitch, then you do some stocking stitch, so it's knit and purl, and then you just garter stitch again, and then another section of knit and purl for that. Yeah, so it's shown more easily on these ones here. Yes, you can see it. So it's just it looks just easy. Like a store-bought exactly one. That's why it's called a copycat. Yeah, right? And I just love those two. Look at these 2 together. Oh my god, the 2 of them are just amazing. Yep, I love that. So I've got those, and I'm going to use those as some stocking stuffers and things like that for my grandbabies, because I think that they're cute. But I love this. Is like my absolute favorite dishcloth pattern or face cloth pattern. It's another one that's supposed to be a dishcloth, but to me, it's too thick for a dishcloth. It's like, feel how thick that is.
Oh wow! It's like a trivet cloth.
Almost,
like it's thick enough that you could use it
So
for a
I
trivet.
did 3 because I did 3 of them. So I've got that one.
That's nice. It's almost like is it 2? Like it's
No.
ribbed on one side and
and it's not ribbed on the other side. It's knit slip, purl all the way back, knit slip, knit slip. Yeah. I think.
So that gives it a really nice.
Yeah, so it's very squishy. It's almost like a brioche in a way.
Yeah.
Or a fisherman's rib.
There's something
like that. Yes. But yeah, it's an absolutely lovely. It's squishy. So I've got those. So I'm going to
That'd be great for like little kids.
I'm going to give them for my grandbabies for in their in the bath because they're just really good.
Yeah.
Now I made one quickly. I crocheted one up the other day. Gave it to my granddaughter and it was a fish.
Oh, fun!
It looks like a fish.
Yeah.
And I did it in the this color, the orange, yellow, white. Yes. So, like, to me, like goldfish.
Yes, I was just going to say,
right?
Like, they have those little goldfish things that they give kids to eat, right?
Crackers,
yeah.
Yeah. So I did. There's the
is.
pattern right there. Where's it's from? I don't even know who it's from. Somebody blogged about it. dishclothcorner.blogspot.ca is where what it says at the bottom. But I think there's some other ones that have them. I get a lot of my patterns from Yarnspirations. This is the double thick, and this is from Yarnspirations, which is they have a ton. I mean,
they do have a lot.
Free patterns, not just dishcloths.
You know,
if you look up dishcloths, you'll get a lot of them. But it's their double thick dishcloth is what they call it, and that's from Yarnspirations. So if you go to yarnspirations.com, they have tons of patterns. Now I did these ones are. This is a linen stitch dishcloth. So I did that one. I didn't think was big enough, so I ran out. That's all I had. So, but I've got it in like that one and that one. I have to make 12 for dishcloths for the year. So that's 3 of my dishcloths. Here's 2 more that I made, and I really like this one. That's a really nice pattern.
It is nice.
It's called the textured knit dishcloth. That's all it was. I don't even know where I got it. I wrote out the pattern because sometimes you get the pattern and I can't print it off for whatever reason. It doesn't have a print copy.
Okay.
And so I just wrote it out, and I really like this one. Is this the good one? No, that's the one I made a mistake on. But that's the one. It's
really pretty.
So you can see it's textured. There's just like purl 2, knit 4, purl 2, knit 4 in varying ways, and then you like knit every other row. So it's like so simple and it's nice.
I really like that pattern.
It's like linen
stitch. Yeah.
I really like it because I find a knit dishcloth sturdier than a crocheted dishcloth. I find the crochet, the stitches are looser, so they stretch more, and so it gets very holy.
But I really like the way it looks with this variegated yarn.
Oh, I know. It looks just wonderful.
Looks so nice.
I really like it.
Yarn.
I think it really adds to it.
Yes, it does.
So, but yeah, it's just a linen stitch, and that is from a magazine. An old magazine that I got. This is from the Knit Simple magazine, knitsimple.mag.com.
Oh, yes.
I don't know the year of the magazine or the month, but it came with a pattern for I think three or 4 different textures for the base cloth, and that's one of them. So it's just a linen stitch.
Yeah.
So basically is what it turns out to. And I really like that one. I find that this is actually, to me, one of the best patterns for a dishcloth.
It's so sturdy.
It's sturdy.
That's what I actually use it for place mats, right?
And that's one of the things I do is I actually go down a needle size. I want it to be a tighter gauge to make it that much sturdier. It really does help make it that much sturdier. So that, so I've completed that. So I've done 5 or 6 dishcloths. I've done the 6 face cloths. That's on my bingo card.
Yeah.
So that I'm like ticking the things off, getting there, getting them all ticked off. And then I also mostly finished. I have to get the buttons and finish the ends sewing in, but I finished my granddaughter's sweater, which
so pretty.
It's not the same. As you can see, I have 2. Yeah. I did, this is the little one. This is Freya's sweater, and I've got the buttons on it. Look at those buttons, aren't they adorable? So I've got the buttons on it. And then I've got Layla's. I've just held them together here with just some stitch markers, just so that you can see. But yeah, so that's the same thing, and I still have almost 250 grams of yarn left over
of that
of this
body yarn.
This color here.
I love that color too.
Yeah, so there you go. If you need some yarn.
Yeah.
So I've got that done, so I can finish that. And her birthday was yesterday. I wasn't planning on giving it to her for her birthday, anyways.
Yeah, because.
Yeah, I just want it once they're done. I'll just give it to them once I have the 2 of them done at the same time. But I have gotten into doing a little bit. It's been ages. I love cross stitch. I used to cross stitch all the time. So much stuff. It's so hard on my eyes.
Yeah, I know.
So, but I found one, and I don't know. I remember I've written on it for Vicky. This was for our aunt.
Okay.
So this was like years ago. This was in the early 90s.
Yes.
So it's like, almost 20 years that
early 90s?
Early
almost
90s.
30 years. Because this is 2020.
That's true. It's like 25, it's over 25 years ago.
Yes.
So it was started. I may have given it to Mom, and Mom, because I honestly do not recall even working on this ever.
Okay.
And it's only because at the back of it, I had it written, and I'm going, that's my writing.
Okay, yeah.
That's the only reason I know that what it said.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to give it to my granddaughter, because she likes unicorns. So this is what I have done. And now when I started it, this was done, most of the unicorn was done, but none of this greenery or side stuff or the ribbon border down was done. But this ribbon part was done right here, but this border part was not. And most of the mane from here down was not done. So I've literally done all of that. Now I'm doing all the outlining, and like there's little flowers. See that? I've outlined it. Now I have to fill that in. You put a bunch of French knots in there, and then the streaks going out.
Oh, that's gonna be so
I know.
nice.
It's so cute. I'll get the picture of it to show you.
Yeah.
It's very sweet. So that's the picture. What it's gonna look like when it's finished. So you can see I still have a bit to do. So once that's done, I will give that to my granddaughter as well. And it actually comes with a frame. It's not an expensive frame, but I'm okay with, since it's just going to be a kid's room, it just comes with one that sort of matches it. So
that's adorable.
It is. It's really
be
sweet.
Perfect.
And I only work on it in the daytime. Because now it's the outlining, so this is the finer work. You have to it's just a little more detailed, so I want better lighting.
Good light.
My eyes just suck.
I know.
So, but that is actually my work in progress.
Nice.
So other than that, that's it. You had sweaters that you're working on.
Yeah, so I didn't even bring it because literally I finished binding that sweater off
this morning.
Last night. And then at midnight I threw it in with some soak to wash, and it went in the basement. So I put it in the basement. We have the dehumidifier running, so I had it in the room where the dehumidifier was running. Yeah. Because I figured, that's going to take all the dampness out, right?
I know.
So I got up this morning, I'm checking it, and I'm like, it's a lot more wet than I wanted it to be. Yeah. So I have a gazebo out in the backyard.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I took my drying rack outside under the gazebo, put the sweater on there, because that's where I had the sweater anyway, it was on my drying rack. And but by under the gazebo at the time of day, it still got a lot of sunshine on it. And
it was protected from birds overhead.
Yes, that was the other thing, is I don't want the birds to leave a little gift for it. Yeah. So anyway, I go out there about an hour later, and it's perfectly dry.
I know. It's amazing how fast it dries outside this time of year. It's just phenomenal.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So But yeah, now that I have this one done, I want to focus on getting the what's the other one that I'm working on? Oh my gosh, it's left me. But I'm going to finish that one, and then I want to get started on is it the Fern and Feather?
Oh no, the Ranunculus. You did another
Ranunculus? The Ranunculus is the one I'm working on, and then there's another one I want to.
The Fern and Feather, yeah.
I can't remember if
I think that's what
it's
it
one
is.
One of hers. I think it's Jennifer Steingass.
Okay.
Who's her designs. So it's one of hers that I'm going to do, and again, it's just going to be yarn from my stash, and I think maybe the sparkly knit crate yarn is going to be the other. So it's like this really pretty,
nice.
sort of a blue, pale blue, almost hinting towards teal.
Yeah.
With this gray with the sparkle in it, and it's going to be perfect.
Yes.
So that's next on my plate. Just trying to do all of that, and I've started trying to play with my watercolors again. I have these, they're like pencil crayons, but so you can draw what you want on the watercolor paper. You can kind of draw, and you can fill in if you want. So I did some flowers, for example, and you can kind of fill in the petals where you want, and then you just take a brush, wet it, and
go over it.
Suddenly you've got like watercolors.
Yeah.
But I find that much easier for me than actually using watercolor paint.
Yeah.
I just feel like I have a little more control, and because I love watercolors, but I am really not good at doing the painting.
Yeah.
So
but
I want to get back into doing some of that artwork that I love doing.
Yeah. You so enjoyed doing that.
I just really did. So anyway, that I have that part of my office kind of cleared up and ready to just go if the mood strikes me and the time is and I have the time.
Well, and that's the whole thing. If you really feel like you want to do it, why not, right?
Yeah. So it's like make it ready.
Yes.
For when I want to actually do that.
Yeah.
Other than that, like although things are going to be opening up. I mean, you can see. Look how long my hair is. I washed it so it's kind of shortened because of the curl. It gets curly. But I mean, it's so long.
It is. It's like down to here. Like if she straightens her hair, like if you were to pull it, it's quite long.
Yeah, it gets down to here.
Down to here.
So it's anyway. I had said to Brian when I came in, I said, yeah, it's a good thing I had planned to grow my hair anyway, so I'm not like it's not driving me crazy. Yeah. Although I have to wear it up in the heat because the back of my neck just gets so hot.
I know, our hair is so thick.
It's so thick.
So thick.
Anyway, it's I'm not in a big rush to get out and
get to the hair salon.
I know a lot of people that seems to be a big deal for them, but for me, I'm like, no, I think I can.
Gray hair don't care.
Gray hair don't care. Growing my hair out as long as I want. It looks
great though. I know. Oh, you probably drove with the windows up today.
Yes, I did. I did today. Normally, I like to have my car has a sunroof, and normally I like to have the sunroof and windows open and the radio blaring. But today, because my hair is like just right, and I wanted it to look decent and presentable.
Yes.
I know. Everything is closed. I have the air conditioning on, and it's rare for me to put I think my car is 12 years old.
Yes.
And if the number of times that I've used the air conditioning has probably been maybe 12 times. I just don't. I would much rather have the windows open.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
neither of us have air conditioning in our houses.
Yeah. So I can stand some heat and humidity.
Yes, we actually enjoy the heat
and
humidity.
And I don't complain.
Our hair doesn't,
but
we do.
Yes. Yes.
I know. Well, that's the same thing. Like my hair's growing. Like my hair's my husband hasn't had a haircut since before.
I noticed that.
And everybody's like, ooh. And I said, no. I said he's retiring at the end of September, and right now he's on holidays for 2 weeks, and then he'll go back to work for 2 weeks, and then he's got two and a half weeks holidays or something like that, and then he goes back to work for another 2 or 3 weeks, and then we've got another 2 weeks holidays, and then he's got his final 2 weeks of work, and then he's done, right, in September. So it's all just, he's like, I'm not even going to the office. He says, I'm going to mail them back in the computer. He says there's, at this point right now, there's absolutely no reason for him to go into the office. And he did, he worked from home anyways, but he would usually go in 1 day a week. Yeah. But he's, they're not, the office is closed still. Yes. They've made everybody is working from home. still. Even though things are opening up, they're still working from home, which is fine.
Yeah, and I, like, for myself, when I hear the stories of what's happening in the US and even in some of the countries in the EU, you know, them opening up and then their second waves are happening.
Yeah.
It just concerns me, and I have no reason to actually go out and do anything. I mean, I miss going out for dinner with my girlfriends. I mean, I think that is the biggest thing that I miss.
Yeah.
You know,
and you and your girlfriends were planning a trip
well,
this
we
year,
were planning.
They turned 60
so I'm
this
60.
year?
I turned, my birthday's first in the year.
Yeah.
And so this year we were going to do all these things together because we turned 60, and we've been friends since we were 15.
Yeah.
So we had all kinds of things. We were going to do a Vegas trip, and not me, but the other two girls were going to do like one of those mudder runs.
Mud runs?
Yeah. And then a couple other, I don't know, we had all these things we were going to do. We were going to go see all these shows, and there was so much stuff we were going to do. So
Not this year.
Not this year. Probably not next year either.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Maybe in another 2 years.
I'm saying, like, when I turn 65 is probably when I'm going to do the thing. Because I honestly think this thing is not going to go away as quickly as everybody thinks it's going to.
No, I don't think it will. And it might have to be, a friend of ours is a microbiologist, and she's got her doctorate, and she worked, I don't know if she still works, but worked at Harvard for sure. And she was saying that because the virus changes so much and so often, even when they've been testing out vaccines and stuff, it's still changing. So the vaccine, they may have to alter it. So, and it may only be good for about 3 months.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like your flu shot. You get your flu shot. You know when the season's coming, and so you get your flu shot prior to.
But they tell you
spike.
before your flu shot that it's only going to be good for a certain
It's only good for
type
your flu shot's only good for 6 months,
and it's only for a specific flu.
Yeah.
So if it's a different strain of flu that gets through your work, for example,
or that arises at that time,
then you're out of luck.
Now they have different vaccines for all these different flus, but they watch what's happening in the other parts of the world where the flu starts off. Seems to sort of start its route through.
Probably the same route that it took to get from the Far East through Europe and then the UK and then over to North America.
Yeah. So it's just, and it's just, I'm just like, like my husband and I want to go down to Florida and go to our place down there because we're paying for it and we're not there. We've used it for not even 2 weeks this year.
Yeah.
So we would like to go in the fall. If we do go, we will definitely isolate ourselves. But our biggest thing also is our health care. We have to see what we can get for health insurance to go down there.
Yeah, and it
may not be worth our while at this point in time to go down there.
I mean, our Prime Minister is suggesting that there's no travel. They non-essential travel, which is basically what you would do.
Well, the thing
they
is, though,
keep extending it. First, it was supposed to be at some point in June they would open it up. Now they've pushed it back, and now they push it out again to July 21st.
We can now go to Europe.
Yes,
we can go to Europe, and there's certain places we can go, but we still can't go down to the States yet.
No, I think the States is going to be.
I don't think we can go. Don't think we can go to Asia at all.
No, probably not
either, or India or Pakistan, anything like that. We can't go there yet.
But quite frankly, I don't want to get on an airplane with that recirculated air.
No, I don't either. The thing is, we drive, but we're not allowed to drive across the border. I can fly down to Florida right now if I wanted to. We can fly. We can't drive across the border. But we can fly across the border. Yeah. To me, what's the difference?
Yeah.
If you don't want us to come there, we shouldn't be going at all. Period.
Yes.
Shouldn't be able to get there at all. So the thing we already figured out, if we drive, we have this one stop, the stop where we go for groceries, just in Ohio. We go to a Meijer there, and we literally once we cross into Ohio, we go off, we go to the mire, and we will wear our mask. We'll have masks, and we will wear them. I don't care what people want to call us, but it's gonna help. My husband's got really bad asthma. You have really bad asthma.
And that's another reason, like, I consider that to be the underlying condition that they say. Plus, I'm 60. So, although they're saying like 70 and up, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm 60. I have asthma.
Why push it?
Why push it? And I'm quite used to I work from home anyway, so that's not an issue. I would come out here, and we've just recently now included me in your family bubble.
Supposed to be 10. Well, it's a little more than 10, only because
just with your immediate family,
just with me, my husband, and my kids and grandkids, it's 10. That's 10.
Yeah.
And then, but my brother-in-law lives here. There's 11. You're coming. That's 12. My mother-in-law has showed up. There's 13.
Yeah.
We were at the cottage on the weekend, and my brother and sister-in-law were there. So there's a couple more. But we were outside most of the time, so that was okay.
Yes.
You know, like doing all that sort of stuff, and then we're bringing Dad out tomorrow because their place has opened up. The retirement home has opened up. They're allowed to go to other things other than leaving to go to a medical appointment. That was all they were allowed to do.
For a little while, that was all they were allowed to do.
If they stopped to fill up their car or go to the bank, they had to isolate themselves for 2 weeks when they got back.
Yeah.
That's
they were very stringent.
Which is
great,
good, because I'm very happy about that.
You know, they're all well over 70, I would think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like,
probably over 80 for the majority of them.
Most of them are over 80.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I would think most of them health-wise, you know, they may have some mobility issues, but I think health-wise, they probably are reasonably healthy for their age. They're mobile.
The majority of them are, There's a few that do have some other things, but still, you know, that's fine. Our dad's almost 88, so
it's good. You know, we're just very cautious about what we're doing.
Yeah, so he's going to come over tomorrow, and yes, I'm going to have my kids here, all but 2 of them.
Yeah.
My oldest one and his wife won't be here because they're actually going to the cottage for a few days.
Oh, that'll be nice for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other 2 with their families are going to come tomorrow. We're going to have a dinner, a nice barbecue, and we've got Dad coming out for the barbecue.
Yeah.
And we have, I call it the quiet room. It's our room with the fireplace. There's no TV. It's only a stereo, so it's a more calm room, so I call it the quiet room. So he can sit in there. He doesn't like the heat that much, so he won't be outside in the sun for sure. But we're not picking him up until after 2. But when the kids are outside running around in the backyard, he can come onto the deck and he can watch them. Like 'cause he likes to see. He's
likes
like
to see
so happy and so proud of being a great grandpa.
Yes.
That he does like to see them.
He does.
So he's gonna do that, and he's gonna spend the night, and then Brian's gonna make him his favorite breakfast because it's been driving him crazy. He hasn't been able to get out and have his favorite breakfast, which is pea meal bacon, or you might, them in the States, I think they call it Canadian bacon. But we call it pea meal bacon, and his eggs and toast and like
the orange juice.
This is his.
It's funny because that's kind of
breakfast.
our family thing. Is we go out for breakfast.
Yeah.
Like other people kind of do the dinner thing, but for our family, so
we like
let's go out for breakfast.
Good breakfast. Yeah. So he can't even get to his favorite spot to go for breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, so we're gonna
do that.
We're gonna do
That'll
that.
be
for him.
nice.
And then I'm gonna take him to do a little. He says there's a few things that he needs to get. So I'll get him a couple of we'll go shopping and take him to the liquor store. He wants his scotch.
Yes.
It's single malt, has to have that.
Yeah.
Get his scotch, and then I'm going to take him to either Metro or Loblaws or something like that. And he wants a few things. I picked up a couple of them today, but he wants to pick up a couple more things.
Yeah.
So I'll let him. If I take him to the stores, then he can get specifically what he said. A tin of cookies.
Well, narrow
or,
it down.
Or is he saying he wants me to bake him a tin of cookies?
Yes, probably does, but
but that's not happening.
That's not happening. No.
So if it was cooler, I might be encouraged to do it, but no, not right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad. I'd get him his oatmeal raisin cookies. So. But that's pretty much all that's been happening. Now for projects coming up. I am doing the part of, I'm in the, besides doing the Bling Your String bingo, I'm also part of the Grace and Wool podcast. She has a summer stash camp, and I've joined that. For July, we have to knit something using 2 skeins of our yarn from our stash.
Yeah, and you had already chosen a pattern.
I've chosen a pattern, but I've got another one that I'm sort of like, because I think I was going to do a Mother's Prayer shawl, the one from Debbie Reese of the Periscoping Sisters. It's 2 skeins, but I have that 8 skein mini skein set of the gray gradient from Quarry Fibers.
Yes, we got that one in Rhode Island.
Yes, we got that 4 years ago when we did our little trip.
I know. I keep looking at mine. I have some too, and I keep looking at mine, trying to figure out what I want to make with it.
I know. So I actually was looking and possibly going to use a northbound knitting pattern. She's got one that's a sort of gradient, and I thought, well, I've got it's like 800 yards.
Oh,
because each of my mini skeins is 100 yards.
Yeah.
And so I've got 800 yards. That's 2 skeins of sock yarn, basically, because it's sock weight.
Yeah.
So it's 2 skeins, which is pretty much equal.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll use that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but next time I'll let you know what I decided.
Yeah.
So I know it's like there's so many patterns. Like there's not enough time.
There's not enough time to knit. I know.
I just want to knit all the things.
Yes, I know. Me too. And then my arm starts bothering me.
Yeah.
Because I'm also, moving.
Well, I find too. I've got. Basically, I'm blind in one eye. I've only got 5% use. I can see stuff, there's absolutely nothing clear. I can't read with that eye.
Yeah.
And so I think because of that, I always keep my head sort of tilted a little bit, either like this, or it's never centered. It's always looking this way because that's my strong eye. So I have a feeling that that's creating neck issues with me, because I tend to sort of sit doing stuff like this and I don't do this.
Yeah.
And I find that my neck I always have issues with my neck. My chiropractor will tell you,
I have issues with my neck too. So and it's
just
the same. I've got one eye that's super. I remember going to a new eye doctor, optometrist, in the office, and they have, I don't know what she's called, but some assistant.
Yes.
And they were doing these, where they slot in, so you see the pin of light.
Yes.
And you have to watch it.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Wow, your eyes are so far apart."
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. But I guess if you're, when you're not, you don't see it that often.
So because of that, we don't have what they call proper binocular vision.
That's why I never liked playing baseball.
I know.
Games where balls were at me, because I could never.
It was more like this than.
Yes.
I played these sports, but I was forever getting hit in the face.
Well, and I never, and like volleyball, baseball, things where they throw balls at you.
I loved volleyball. That was the one sport I did. But
because the ball's a decent size,
but even I was not good at baseball.
Yeah,
but even basketball, I would still end up something would happen and it would end up in my face and then hit me in the head with it, right? All the time. It's all the time. Just.
So I mean, that's and it's. I find even with my one eye, which is the one I can't even. I think this is my weak eye.
I just go like this. I can see clearly. I cannot see clearly.
Yeah,
so I know.
And that's it.
The one that I wink with is my bad eye.
Yeah. So I find when I am when I'm driving, I want to look over my shoulder.
You have to turn.
I have to turn my head really far.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I have good peripheral vision.
Yeah, me too.
I can see, your peripheral vision's never clear.
No,
anyways.
it's just
to see the object, right?
Yeah.
My peripheral vision's very good.
Yes.
So, which is a good thing, but it's just and then I'm also farsighted, not nearsighted. So when I have to do cross stitch, that's another issue because I need a magnifying glass, because to bring things close to my face, that is blurry. Even with my bifocals, I'm like. And bifocals, I swear, they've caused an issue with my neck too, because you're sitting there and you're going like this.
Yes.
all the time.
That's why when I get
and you
mine,
get head thrust.
I have like these ones are, well, they call them progressive.
Yeah, mine too.
But so these are progressive, and they're fine for like if you're in a store and you need to read something.
Yeah.
And you can kind of hold it down here. That's fine. But if you need to like work on a computer, so I have a separate pair of glasses that are just for reading or computer.
Too. Brian does too. He has computer reading glasses, and then he has driving reading glasses.
Yeah. Yeah. So this way I can drive, I can look at the camera.
I made the mistake one time of saying, oh, no, I don't need to make them just my vision and not their, and all of a sudden I'm driving, it's like, oh, I can't read the speedometer properly.
Yeah,
I can see it, but I couldn't read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's funny.
Another year went by before because I'm too cheap to spend all that money again to get new lenses, right?
I know. So anyway.
I know.
So that's what's on yours is you're going to be playing bingo in summer camp and trying to figure out.
So I'm doing that sort of stuff.
And then I'm going to finish my Ranunculus, and I I don't know that I'll have time to get started on the Fern and Feather, but that is kind of next on my list.
Yeah, because I think you just sort of have to slowly tick off the things that you're...
Especially now that I've got some work
now
to do.
Now that she's getting paid work.
Yes. That has to be my priority, and that's, many hours in the day. Mm-hmm. So, that's
I know. I think that's it. So I know it's our podiversary. We did not have anything planned because we know the mail sucks right now.
Yeah. So maybe later in
the year. I know, because our knit crate, it hasn't even left.
Yeah.
It I looked just before to say, because we get notification when the label's been made.
Yes.
And that was like 3 days ago. It still hasn't left the place.
Yeah.
So usually it's a couple of days.
Yeah.
But this is longer. So we're actually going to get our June knit crate in July. Mm-hmm. So.
Mm-hmm. But that's fine.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah. I have lots.
I know.
I'm doing okay.
Yes.
So we're all right. But yeah. I've been watching a couple of new podcasts.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's right.
Yes. I watched the Woolen Women, and that is Aggie, Sammy, and Andrea. Andrea's the one that we showed the yarn, the blossom yarn.
Yes, that's very
So
cool.
she dyes the yarn. The one daughter dyes yarn. One makes the polymer clay stitch markers, and the mom makes project bags.
Yeah.
So, but they also knit. But they've also started another podcast called the Seashore Stitchers, because they've also now gotten into cross stitch and embroidery.
Oh, very cool.
Yes, so their first episode is just out. I believe it is still on the Woolen Women site.
Okay.
So so you can go check them out if you'd like. Another one is I watch Needles at the Ready, and that is with Kevin and Ray. They are so sweet. They're adorable, hysterical. They're so Star Wars geeky, and they love all that sort of stuff. And they've got their adorable little dog, Tarquin is the name of the dog. He's adorable. So, but they're really nice. They just put out, I think it was their 13th episode. So I've watched that one, but I've gone back and watched some of the beginning ones. So I know they just got the last, I think it was the last of their Northbound Knitting. She has the Gray Club.
Oh, okay, yes.
So they were getting that.
Oh,
they
nice.
love it, absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And as they keep saying, you should really get some of her stuff, because with the Canadian dollar and the American, it's really good price if you're from the States. It's really, really good price from the States. Because we have to pay minimum 30 cents extra for every American dollar.
Every American
dollar.
So
you guys get a deal.
Yeah.
A real deal.
Because it goes the other way for you.
Yep. You guys get 70 cents.
Yeah.
It only costs you 70 cents for one of our dollars, and it costs us $1.30 for one of yours.
Yeah.
So, woohoo! So those are the two that I've started watching. Mm-hmm. So I'm they're very good. I really enjoy watching Kevin and Ray. Mm-hmm. They're a husband and husband team, and they're just so adorable.
Nice.
And sweet, and just they're so funny to watch. The bickering back and forth sometimes. It's so funny. They've had me in stitches so many times.
Where are they from?
They're in, is it Stratford, Connecticut? I think it's an area. I think there's a Stratford, Connecticut, and I think that's where they are. But they're from Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay.
Yeah, they're really they're really nice. They've already got over 4,000 subscribers.
Oh wow!
I know.
They must be amazing.
They're very good. They're lots of fun. They're lots of fun.
That
to watch.
that makes a big difference.
It does. Yeah. It does. But they also do. They've done a couple of lives as well. YouTube lives.
Oh, okay.
So which is a lot of fun to do. I've been a part of, like, the girls do that on Thursdays.
Okay.
They do a live every Thursday afternoon. They do a live, and it's fun. You just sort of link on and they chat, and there's the comments down the side, so you can write your comments and stuff like that. They don't always see them all or read them all, but they get to a point in it where they say, "Okay, what questions do you have?" And they will,
Yes,
so,
yes.
but people have conversations with each other throughout that, so you can read other people's conversations that they're typing through that. So it's a lot of fun. So
that is cool.
But yeah, so we haven't done any VKNs lately, like the virtual knit nights.
Yes.
We haven't done any Zoom knit nights or anything like that. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
We may have to do that because we still haven't done gotten together as a knit group yet.
Yeah, we haven't quite expanded.
No,
that far yet.
Our bubble's that far. So.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that's it, and we might figure something out to do for our anniversary. It may be in a couple months. We may do it just because we'll see how the mail goes and settles and that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think
things are taking very, very long.
Yeah.
In the mail.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Everybody's doing their best to try to keep their employees safe and all of that, which I'm like, go for it. I have no problem with that.
Yep.
It's safety it's for the greater good.
Yes.
Is how I look at it.
Yes.
So. Anyways, that is it, and so we will talk with you later and hope to see you in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Bye.